Aiken County 911, where's your emergency?
Ma'am, I'm at 39 Hillsborough Street. I can't find my baby.
39 Hillsborough Street?
Yes, ma'am. She was outside playing, and I came out here after cooking dinner a little bit, and I'm looking for her, but I don't see her nowhere.
All right, how old is this baby?
She's 4.
All right, what was she wearing?
She had on pink Minnie Mouse pajamas, and she had in pink beads. She had braids.
Is she black, white, Hispanic?
She's mixed.
Okay. How long ago did you see her, ma'am? When was the last time you saw her?
I just came out here like no less than 20 or 30 minutes ago. I went in the house to cook dinner, and I told her it's time to come in once it starts getting dark. And when I came out here,
Okay. Just take a breath for me, okay? I already have them on the way to you, okay? Do you know where she might be heading? Okay, you have any family or friends that live around the area? What's your name?
My name is Javeayah Harris.
What's her name?
Javeayah Harris. Hello?
I'm still here, ma'am. Give me just a second. Where was she in the house when you saw her last?
No, she wasn't in the house, ma'am. She been playing outside today. And she asked me, can she play for a little bit more before it got dark? And I said yes. And I literally, her bath water is in the tub, ran, and dinner is cooking, and I came out here to get her, and I can't even find her.
So this woman lied to the dispatcher, to the deputies at her door, to an entire search team combing the woods for a kid who wasn't even out there, because she already knew exactly where her daughter was. This is Aiken County, South Carolina, June 2026. And what investigators found underneath that lie made a sheriff with almost 40 years on the job say he'd never seen anything like it. So let's rewind. This story centers on a 4-year-old girl named Javeayah Harris. She lived with her parents off Hillsborough Street in Aiken County, South Carolina. Her mom is Javeayah Harris, 22 years old. Her dad is Javeayah Harris, 23. On paper, from the outside, it probably looked like a normal young family. But it wasn't the first time police had been to their house. Back in 2025, officers in Clinton, South Carolina, responded to some kind of incident at the family home. We don't know exactly what happened that day. Those details are still sealed because of the ongoing case. But looking back now, it's one of those moments that makes you go, maybe that should have been a bigger red flag. Now here's where the story gets hard to sit through. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I'm also not going to be gratuitous about it either, because this is a real 4-year-old girl we're talking about. Investigators believe that sometime between May 1st and June 8th, 2026, some of the paperwork stretches that window all the way to June 15th. Javeayah was killed. Arrest warrants describe severe, repeated physical abuse. And through all of it, neither parent ever took her to a doctor. Not once. After she died, they didn't report it. They didn't call anyone. Instead, for weeks, they just kept her body in the house, like nothing happened. And that right there tells you this wasn't panic. This wasn't someone freaking out and making one bad decision in the moment. Weeks of silence means somebody was thinking, planning. On June 8th, according to the warrants, Javeayah used some kind of chemical agent inside the home, specifically to break down his daughter's body. The idea being, if there's no body, there's no evidence of how she actually died. It worked, too, well enough that investigators would later say a full recovery of her remains was never going to be possible. So now they've got a body they need to make disappear completely, and that's when the real performance begins. This is where we come back to that call you heard at the very start. On June 30th, a little after 8 p.m., Javeayah calls 911. She's composed. She tells the dispatcher Javeayah had been playing outside, asked to stay out a little longer before dark, and now she can't find her. That's where that bathwater and dinner line comes from. She's building a normal, believable evening, so nobody questions the timeline. She even points searchers toward a backyard chicken coop, says she already checked the wooded path near it. So now cops are combing that exact spot, burning hours looking for a kid who, we now know, had already been gone for weeks. And here's the part that makes this whole thing even more insane. While she's on the phone faking hysteria over her missing daughter, Michaela is 39 weeks pregnant. That same night, the exact same night, she goes into labor and gives birth. So somewhere in Aiken County, there's a massive search underway for a missing little girl, and the woman who reported her missing is in a hospital bed having a baby. Social services steps in almost immediately and places the newborn with extended family, because at that point, nobody's taking any chances. And once nothing turns up out there, that's when investigators stop looking at the woods and start looking at the parents. By July 4th, they had it. Evidence showed Javeayah had actually been dead for at least a month before that 911 call was ever made. Sheriff Sawyer held a press conference and called it the hardest announcement of his 36-year career. This was no longer a missing child case. It was a homicide investigation.
I'm Aiken County Sheriff Marty Sawyer. And we're gathered here, and I'm gathered here with all these law enforcement partners to make the hardest announcement that I've ever had to make in my 36 years career in law enforcement. I'm deeply saddened to tell you that our investigation and evidence leads us to believe that 4-year-old Javeayah Harris is deceased.
Both parents were arrested. Up until this point, the whole community is still holding out hope this kid is just lost somewhere. Now they know she never had a chance. A few days later, on July 7th, investigators go back through the Aiken home and focus in on a burn pile out back. But the real break comes when they get pointed 80 miles northeast to Fairfield County, specifically Cedar Creek Reservoir, known locally as Stumpy Pond. On July 9th, Sheriff Sawyer comes out again, this time wearing a pink tie for Javeayah, and confirms that a few human remains had been recovered from the reservoir. SLED ran rapid DNA testing and confirmed it. This was her. And because of what her father did with those chemicals, that's essentially all that was left. Investigators said a full recovery would never be possible. The sheriff didn't hold back either. He said in nearly 40 years of law enforcement, he'd never heard of anything this horrific, and he flat out refused to call the two people who did this, mother and father. Said they didn't deserve.
Good morning. I'm Marty Sawyer, and I'm the sheriff in Aiken County. Thank you for being here today, especially the citizens of Aiken that's come in. Thank you for being here. And I'm here to provide an update on the investigation that we've been investigating the death of 4-year-old Javeayah Harris. These updates never get easier to share. This past week has been heart-wrenching for everyone, but we've seen an outpouring of support in Aiken County and a massive joint law enforcement effort to search for and now to seek justice for Javeayah Harris. Personally, there's some very harsh words that I would like to use about Javeayah and Michaela and their actions. But I will not do that. And I will not do that to protect and maintain the integrity of this case. But I will tell you this, I will not refer to them as mom and dad or mother or father. They don't deserve that title.
Michaela Herring, 22. Javeayah Harris, 23. Both now facing serious charges tied to Javeayah's death and everything they did afterward to try to hide it. Right now, this case is still working its way through the courts, so there's no final outcome yet. And honestly, I don't think any sentence could feel like enough here. I'll be keeping an eye on this one, and if there's a major update, an arraignment, a trial date, anything, I'll bring it to you. If this story hit you the way it hit me putting it together, hit subscribe, because I cover cases like this every week.